Some like your neighbor, somebody, and I like them all. I put my feet up on a coffee table. I stay up, 'cause then one morning, baby, her heart stopped playing the same no more. Place ain't the same no more. Not without my friend. Place ain't the same no more. Man, how things change. I buried my first victim when I was 19. Went through her bedroom and the pockets of her jeans, and found her letters that said so many things that really hurt me bad. I never read her name again, but I like to dream about what I never heard her calls again, but I like to dream. I never read her name again, but I like to dream about what I never heard her calls again, but I like to dream.
In some ways, it's felt really natural to me to be in this sort of camp out environment. A lot of the documentation work in music therapy is actually required to be done at or around bedside, and so perching in certain locations using untraditional methods in someone's home space when providing something through a medical care provision lens is sometimes imperative in doing field work. So in a way, I felt very at home, and it's been interesting to kind of analyze my own ephemera, my own artifacts, and how I use my tools very extensively. And books are one category of ephemera for sure. All types of press and media.
An exit can also be obtained to the northward through either the Indian Pass or Avalanche Pass, and a connection made with the New York Central Railroad and the D&H Railroad at Lake Placid, a distance of 18 or 20 miles from the Upper Clubhouse or Old Village of Adirondack. Maps are submitted herewith showing a possible railroad connection. It will then be seen that the property occupies an ideal position for mining and transportation as soon as rail communication with the New York Central. Rail connection could be made to the westward via Long Lake with the New York Central Railroad, a distance of about 40 miles from the lower clubhouse at Quahog, or to the southward at North Creek, with the Adirondack branch of the D&H Railroad, a distance of about 25 miles from Taos, or to the eastward with the D&H Railroad at Port Henry, a distance of about 45 miles from the same point.
Thus, the native hue of resolution is sicklied o'er with the pale cast of thought, and enterprises of great pith and moment. With this regard their currents turn awry, and lose the name of action. Soft you now, the fair Ophelia, nymph in thy horizons, be all my sins remembered. into how I use this space. I'm often out hiking during the warmer months, but I will have the opportunity to use our O.B. Brewster Library for my personal studies and student work in a portion of my work as a general operations employee here at the museum. So I'm going to close up my work in this chilly room today and go inside of our library for the remainder of the day, but rolling facts.
There were three brothers from merry Scotland. Three loving brothers were they, and they did cast lots to see which should go to sail robbing all round the salt sea. The lot it fell upon elder Hardy, the youngest of the three, that he to maintain
Is my second research query, specifically figure out the relationship between Marjorie and Pete. I know that they were friends and that they met through music, but my grandma herself, Marjorie's granddaughter, was able to meet Pete here, perhaps right down the street at her cabin. She has memories of him going to talk about folk song collecting and information. So although I myself have never met Pete Seeger, that SUNY will be willing to offer me just a rolling admission to their practice studios here. So if I go and review certain materials at the library, I might be able to reserve a space regularly and use. Sometimes home musicians were actually incredibly skilled. They perhaps just had not the exact level of technical precision in as conservatory trained students, but perhaps what Marjorie and I would both agree on in our time collecting music in the field is that the quality of their performance isn't always determined by how long someone has been playing music. I would just say that perhaps someone's engagement and love of music as a topic perhaps increases the chances that one would be able to appreciate and understand music in any way that it appears. These channels of research I'm hoping to get into to understand exactly how all of these musical worlds touched. But first I have to go track down some faculty here.